Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2. Are you ready for the excitement that is exploring a mansion? Too bad, I'm leaving. Hey, Sandal. What's this?
Boom!
Oh.
Ah, there he goes again. How he makes these things, I'll never know.
Has he always been like this?
I've never seen another dwarf like him. Does this run in your family?
Not at all, but Sandal isn't really my son.
Yes, he
I
is.
found him in the deep roads when I left Orzammar for good. Raised him as my own now. Isn't that right, my boy?
I like Bodan.
He's always been this way. Always collecting things and enchanting them. Strange, I suppose.
Well, why not look into it?
Have you ever thought of finding out more?
Well, I did. I brought him to the Circle of Magi about a year after we got to the surface. They called him a savant, but then they started giving him the eye like they were going to keep him, so we left. Not going back to those vultures. Sandal's happy as he is.
Well, I'm grateful for his help.
Sandal's quite useful to have around.
That he is. Also, I've always said. Oh, Maker knows what'll happen when I'm gone. I try not to think about it.
Oh.
I want some pie.
I'll get right on that.
Could I have some salamanders, please?
Don't do it. That's where the boom comes from, I think.
Oh,
I'm making enchantments.
that you do. And how about you, Bodan?
If you need any enchantments, I'm sure my boy would be happy to help.
Did you notice how...
Enchantments.
Oh.
Just so.
You notice how he no longer has his sack of goods. Well, yeah, that's kind of how that goes. Anyway, so, we've got some important quests, but before we get to them, let's go catch up with our buddies, shall we? And while I could, I suppose, try to take people with me, I don't think that's a wise idea. So, let's start with Anders. Let's go visit him in Darktown. Work our way up from the bottom, so to speak. Okay, they closed this door, but leave this one wide open. Sure, that makes sense. Hey, Anders, how are you doing?
Don't come running to me next time you pick up one of these diseases.
Isn't that the point of magic?
Not exactly.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
Were they after you?
The Templars are hunting you.
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
And you can choose any one of these options, but being as I've already been kind of flirting with him a little bit, you need a safer place.
Don't tell me these things. I might have to lock you up to keep them off you.
Sweetheart, I'm not letting anyone lock me up. You included. The Knight
Sweetheart.
Commander is out of control. Even her own people have been talking about it. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
And again, you could choose these options, but I'll keep you safe.
If they want you, they'll have to come through me.
You're at as much risk as I am. That's what I worry. What if your money and position aren't enough? What if the Knight Commander turns on you? Everything I've done to control this. I don't care. I would drown us in blood to keep you safe.
Whoa, that's a little intense, especially since last we left off in Act 1, there had been some minor flirting. Yeah, he kind of jumps a little bit after the 3 years. It would have been nice to see some of this fleshed out a bit more, but, sure, let's go with that. You're so romantic. Stay in control.
I don't want to see you lose yourself. To the Templars or Justice.
how much is left if you strip both those out. I'm sorry. I can't be anyone but who I am. There will be more violence. I know that. If you tie yourself to me, I'll only hurt you.
And you can actually break up with him here, just cancel that romance. But, I can't let you go.
Nothing would hurt as much as losing you.
You don't want to do this. I have no control around you. I never thought I'd meet another mage like you. Another apostate. Don't tempt me. Not unless you're ready for what that means.
And I guess he's done with that conversation. So, yeah, the relationship kind of takes a bit of a jump after those 3 years, like I was saying.
The Templars have become more active in their hunt for me. I won't be able to stay here long.
And you know, as heavy-handed as that kind of foreshadowing is, people do not always listen to Anders. Oh hey, Deathroot. I want that. I want that in my pack now.
People stare like I'm blighted. Can't blame them.
So it seems to...
The leases of Javaris Tintop are up for grabs.
Javaris. Curious. Huh? Evelina?
Do you have a coin to spare, Messer? My children are starving.
Well, of course.
I hope this helps.
Thank you. Make a smile on you.
I lost 1 silver. Hawk! You have way too much gold to be that stingy. Give her 50 sovereigns, seriously. The Enigma of Kirkwall. Okay, well, let's go pick up the rest of my regular team. Let's check in with Fenris, see how he's doing, right? Apparently he's closed the door, but he hasn't cleaned up any of the corpses since last 3 years ago. What's up, Fenris, my man?
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport.
Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Oh my. She was looking right at his crotch, wasn't she?
3 years.
Yes.
There's still no sign of Denarius. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
Are you sure?
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion? It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Denarius killed him. Either way, if Denarius is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Well, hopefully he has.
Isn't this what you wanted?
Yes, but... Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
You build a life.
You start over. Isn't that what you want?
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
You really don't remember?
You don't know who you were?
Fenris was the name Denarius bestowed upon me. His little wolf. If I once had another name or a family, then they were taken from me. But again, this is not your concern.
It could be.
I might be able to help with your problems. Or give you a few more.
More problems than you normally do, I assume. You're a beautiful woman, Hawk. Is there no one else who has your attention?
That was his fingers through his arm, and that was a successful flirt. Sorry, I have to blush a little bit at his voice. It's a very good voice. Anyway. You think I'm beautiful?
I didn't quite catch that first part.
I don't need to repeat the obvious, I'm certain. I'm an escaped slave and an elf, living in a borrowed mansion. None of those things bother you.
I'm a mage, remember?
And I'm an apostate refugee. Does that bother you?
You have me there. You raise an interesting point. I'll have to consider it.
And yeah, rivalry +5. Good, he's still technically on rivalry. I would like to keep him that way. And your abilities. Sure. Anyway, now that we've had a word with him...
We should move on.
Yeah, fine. Wait, you're not even my party yet. Don't be telling me what we should be doing when you're not even in my party yet, man. So, yeah, get in my party, you asshole. Yes, I want to continue. And let's see. Who else do we have to catch up with? Who else does my voice need to crack for? Ow. I should probably go through Lowtown.
Is there something you want, Anders?
You really don't have the temperament for a slave.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
I'm just wondering how your master didn't kill you.
Oh.
How have the Templars not killed you?
I'm charming.
Well... Oh, you two, fighting like cats and dogs. What have you got? Oh, and I have stuff I need to sell, because I've got a freaking full inventory. Don't really need these, and while that's a nice stuff, I don't need it. Don't need these, and some of you are like, why are you giving them away? And it's because I don't need them. Ah, rigid boning. Of course it's for Isabella. See, Isabella has always told me that she really needs a rigid boning. So, I may as well pick that up for her. It's not that expensive, and hey, if she gets a rigid boning by the end of the day, then all's well for everyone, isn't it? I think I'm done with the innuendo, but I'm not sure. I'm sorry, guys. That was immature of me. Ooh, a signet ring? Ooh, and greater tome of the mortal vessel? I shall take it. Oh, the Tethris signet ring. Ooh, okay. Okay, so we got a couple of points to spend. I consider that a very successful trip to the trinket monger. Nothing special as of yet? Okie dokie. Alright, so I actually came here for a reason. And that was to make my way into the Hanged Man. There are a couple of people I want to see here, actually.
And there was a giant cheese wheel on the altar where the eternal flame should have been. There's something to it, I swear. It's a sign from blessed Andraste.
Or that someone...
When was the last time you were with a woman?
Never. Women are harlots who seek to steal my life essence.
Seems like a lot of work for little gain.
Oh, Izzy.
Isabella, you look well.
Are you talking about the flush on my cheeks? It must be the whiskey. Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find? I've been following a lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
Are you sure?
Isn't that what you said last time?
Oh, you mean when I went digging for that stash?
Yes. That turned out to contain several badly written poems and an old boot.
It could have contained the relic.
True.
I just thought I'd let you know that I may soon be taking you up on that offer of help.
Rats. I'll do what I can.
You can count on me.
Thanks. I appreciate it. If I learn anything new, you'll be the first to hear about it.
I see. I really should probably invite her along for the ride at some point. You know what? I'm gonna boost her cunning and have her come with me. I really should. I mean, Okay. Well, that answers that. And something
Did you ever think
else?
about killing yourself?
What?
I could ask you the same thing.
I'm serious. To get out of slavery, to escape Daenerys. Don't tell me you never thought about it.
I did not. To kill oneself is a sin in the eyes of the Maker.
You believe that?
I try to. Some things must be worse than slavery.
Some things are worse than death.
Interesting conversation between those two. And Isabella has more to talk about us with?
Why do you always win at cards?
Because I cheat, kitten. This trinket, it's Elvin, isn't it? From your clan. Don't bet anything you're not prepared to lose. Here, have it back.
Oh. I love these two.
A jigger of your finest whiskey for my friend over here. The Hanged Man's finest isn't much, but it'll get you just as drunk as anything you'll find in Hightown.
Thank you.
That's generous of you.
What's coin if not for spending, eh?
You could save up to buy yourself a new ship.
There you go, ruining our fun with good sense. I thought I'd have to watch myself around you, but as it turns out, you're all right.
I could flirt with her, but I don't think so. I've already got enough on my plate. How so?
What do you mean I'm all right?
You don't judge people. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. You know, little things like that. If I had someone like you on board my ship when the storm hit, maybe we wouldn't have been shipwrecked.
It all worked out.
If you hadn't been shipwrecked, we wouldn't have met. That would have been a shame.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, that's very sweet, actually. Well, that was actually a very nice visit with Miss Isabella. I love Izzy. She's a dear. But we have someone... Ah, we have someone else that we need to meet up with. What's up, Varrick?
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble. Let me ask you something, Hawk. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
Oh, I'm just taking care of my family.
No plans yet. I'm simply trying to look out for my mother.
I suppose after the whole business with Carver, it's a good idea to hang on to what you've got. To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
Oh, I could never leave you.
What would I do without my trusty dwarf? I'd cry myself to sleep without you.
Oh, don't get all teary-eyed on me, Hawk. You know I can't stand to see a human cry. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
Yes.
I feel like you're...
I love Varrick too. And I have something for you.
I've got something for you, Varrick.
Wow.
My father's signet ring.
Whoa.
Where did you find it? Bartrand pawned it off to pay for the expedition. I can't believe you found it. This sounds exactly like the sort of fake thing I'd make up about you.
Well, feel free to embellish this one.
When you tell people, mention that I got it from the belly of a dragon.
I'll throw in a couple of werewolves and a griffin for balance.
Well, I guess I better start answering my mail from Orzammar. Balin's court just reminds me too much of family dinners with my cousins. Anyway, I owe you one, Hawk. Remind me later to put you on my tab.
I'm rich enough that you could probably... that I could probably put you on mine. Guys, don't box me in. Fenris! I like you, but geez. What you up to?
My mother used to say that there are a lot more.
Anything in here that I can take?
I think it's the lyric.
Whoa, there is stuff I can loot. Hello! Glory be the day that I learned to intrude on people's privacy. Moth-eaten scarf. Sure. It works. I just got turned around. Congratulations, me. Chest. Complex.
I can't do that.
Oh, and by the way, when you have other members in your party, and if you try to make them do it when they can't...
I'm a mage, not a miracle worker. I don't think so. What? Do you think I'm magic? I'm a mage, not a miracle worker.
Or...
Think again. Alas, no. That cannot be done.
Oh, the Imperial Chantry. Huh. Bunch of interesting stuff there. And through here? Okay, this is all pretty much tapped out. I could explore more, but I just don't feel like it right now. So, normally I would love to put Varrick in my party, but you know what? Izzy deserves to come into our party for a little bit. How you doing, Izzy?
I found this amazing hat shop in Lowtown.
You did? Did you want to share the spoils? Alright, who else do we got to meet up with? And side quests. Companions. Oh, Sebastian has something he wants to tell us. The Underground Railroad and forbidden knowledge. Ah, yes. Well, apparently we need to meet up with Sebastian over in the Chantry.
You should have lived in Tevinter. You'd be happier there.
You're probably right.
There, your magic would be a mark of honor. Apprentice to the right magister, you would do well.
Is there a downside?
Only if you're bothered by owning a few slaves and performing the occasional blood ritual.
So they all do those things?
Just the ones who don't complain about how powerless and persecuted they are.
Fenris.
Donations to the chapter.
Forgive me, Your Grace.
It is not enough to ask forgiveness for a sin you committed in full
Give
knowledge.
me strength.
The Maker blessed us with minds and a conscience. He does not approve when we fail to use them.
I'm sorry.
I'm not the one you wronged.
Interesting. Seems like we've got... Well... It looks like he's apologizing for what he did before. But, as it is, I'm going to put my foot in this book, and then I'm going to say that I'm just about out of time for this installment of Let's Play Dragon Age 2. But I hope to see you next time, where we have a little chat with Sebastian and see what he wants with us. Hope to see you then!